Hello people, this is Mark from Kharischangeworks. I hope you are well. I'm just enjoying a nice little cup of coffee. As you know, if you're a subscriber to the channel, that I've been talking about patience of late. And I just want to give you a little metaphor. And I hope it resonates with you what patience is and the reason why it takes such a long time for us to actually learn this skill. As I've said before, I do believe it's a skill and that is being lost because of the instant society that we live in. But I want us to focus a little bit on nature at this particular point in time in order for me to give you an illustration of or a metaphor for how patience works, at least from my perspective. I'm trying to draw a parallel line for you. In this world of impatience, rushedness, busyness, always on the go-ness, we've adopted our behavior accordingly. And yet when you look at the animal kingdom, nature, there's no rush at all. Pay attention to it. There's no rush at all. And what I've said before is that during our choice to practice this thing called patience, and I've made a video on some of the tips that we can employ to develop this thing. I want you to consider for me for a little while pruning a tree, a fruit tree. I've made mention before that patience is like that internal surgery where it removes certain things and it puts other things in. So the unwanted goes and the helpful comes in. Just like surgery. But consider a fruit tree. Or a plant. It doesn't matter, make no difference. But I'm on about pruning here. And you see your tree, your plant, your flowers, whatever. And you notice that certain branches or twigs, they are dying off. Now the farmer, the gardener, whatever, does not get rid of everything. No. They only pick the select affected branches or twigs or stems. They pick the correct ones and they snip them off or saw them off depending on what they are actually doing. And have you noticed that when you do that, you cut this branch off because it's dying, the branch isn't there tomorrow. Or the stem that you've had to pick off from the flowers because those individual stems have dried up. The others are okay. You only get rid of the affected ones. And that, my friend, is the same as what happens with us when we are experiencing this internal surgery. The affected areas that bear no fruit, that serves us zero, that gets removed. But it's not there tomorrow. Might not even be there next week. In accordance with the video that I made where I talk about these tips, it's very much a matter of we need time. So as we practice these things, the gratitude and the embracing of the uncomfortable, and we breathe deeply, those things, as we practice them, those things become stronger and easier to do. And just like the tree or the flowers, eventually a new fruit, a new branch comes up, a new stem comes up. And it's full of life. It's strong, it's flexible. The same thing applies. As the old useless goes, internal surgery so to speak, the new comes the strong, the flexible, the fresh, the living, the helpful in this case. It's a parallel. So I'm going to encourage you today that whilst we are impatient in today's society, when we are forced to slow down and make that choice to become more patient, I want you to imagine for a minute that you, just like that tree, where that useless, that unhelpful, that unnecessary, those components in your life that are just there, that takes up space and energy, that's getting removed. And within a designated time frame, according to the law of universe, new things come out. Stronger, full of life, flexible, depending on, of course, what kind of metaphor you choose to use. And the progression of that is more fruit, more flowers, more of the same, minus that what hindered you in the first place. So whilst it's not easy, that surgery is necessary. Because the ultimate thing is, we get the reward after the event. And it's tough during the process, I understand that. But the rewards outweigh the toughness. Because you yourself will be a changed person as a result of your choice to wait. Your choice to practice gratitude, your choice to embrace the uncomfortable, the choice to see it from a fly on the wall's perspective, seeing it from the big picture. I think it's worthwhile. When we invest in ourselves in this manner, getting rid of all this nonsense, and then expecting the new to come that serves us better. So all I want to say is, consider yourself to be like that object in nature, the tree, the flower, or whatever, fruit tree. The importance is the internal surgery. The result is stronger, more flexible results as a result of your choice. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it kind of makes sense for you. If it has, please let us know in the comments box. Please do all the YouTube admin, the sharing, subscribing, the old thumbs up too, comments. And when you hit the bell, pick all. But for now, this is Mark from Kharischangeworks. I'll speak to you soon.